All right. Questions for Coach Stevens? Start with Keith Smith.
Hi, Brad. I think the update everybody wants. Any update on Gordon Hayward for this evening?
He'll warm up and we'll see.
All right. Any other questions? John Krause.
Brad, when you look at the execution against the Miami zone, did you see anything that they did that disrupted you, or how much of it was them and how much of it was you guys?
Well, they deserve a lot of credit. They're a really good team. They've got great schemes. They do great things, and there's two teams out there. We weren't very good on either end of the floor in the second half. We need to be better in what we're trying to do and play better if we want to have a chance to win.
Question in person, Gary Washburn.
What have you learned about your team over the last 48 hours?
I don't know that I've learned a lot. I mean, I think these are just, obviously with when you're in the middle of this, everything's going to be, probably much more discussed, but, teams have times where where emotions come up. That's just part of it. So I wouldn't say it's like every team I've ever been on, in the last 20 years of coaching has had a moment or two.
Question in person, Rebecca Harlow.
Go ahead. Gary was asking one more.
Okay. Go ahead, Gary.
Down 0-2, it's kind of a pull out all the stops game, but how do you kind of stay within what you're trying to do and not do too much?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think there's things we definitely have to do differently and things we have to do a lot better. And at the same time, we've been pretty good for 5 out of 8 quarters. And so it's one of those situations like, you don't want to totally overreact, because when we're at our best, we've been good. But you have to play 48 minutes against these guys. That's been proven over and over, not just with our series, but with all the other series. And, you really have to earn it if you're going to beat them.
Rebecca?
Yeah, Coach, just with Gordon, obviously this is a difficult time in the sense that you don't have a lot of practice time right now, so bringing him back into the mix if he plays tonight, what are the things that you guys need to see in this warm-up to have confidence that he's ready or not?
That's just him. He just tells us how he feels, but he's played 3-on-3 the last couple of days, and I would anticipate he'll be available, but it's going to be his call, and that's really based on how he feels.
Mark Murphy.
Hi, Brad. In light of what did happen after the last game, how have your players responded the last couple of days?
Good. Yeah, I think like anybody else. Listen, when you want something really bad and you come up short, especially when it's going well for you, there's going to be some scarring. And for us, there was some scarring the other night that showed itself, and that's part of a team. And then the team reconnects, recenters, and gets back to go to work. That's what you do.
Final couple of questions. Tim Bontemps.
Brad, assuming Gordon can go, what are the biggest things he'll be able to help you guys with?
Everything that you've seen all year. Like, he's a great passer, can score the ball, he can switch all the different positions. So he gives us a lot of defensive flexibility there. He just gives us a lot. And I think that he's always been a guy that provides a great sense of stability. So I think, obviously, he's coming back from a 4-week break, or 4.5-week break. So we don't expect him to be a world beater, but I think his presence helps us.
Final question, Abby Chin.
Brad, another Gordon follow-up. If he is able to go, will he be on a minutes restriction? Will you insert him back into the starting lineup? What is your plan there?
So we'll do, he'll come off the bench and he'll be on a minutes monitoring.
All right. We'll wrap it up right there. Thanks, Coach.